Every day, all over the world, millions of people take to the skies to fly from point A to point B. For the most part, these people are flying for work or vacation purposes, and they usually breeze right through security. Every now and then, however, someone comes along trying to fool the system. They almost always end up getting caught, and their story can make headlines. Check out these following 10 people who were all caught smuggling strange things through airport security, and let us know what you think. Before we get started, we wanted to give a big shout out to our friends at The Wacky. They produce amazing videos, so make sure to check out their channel after this video. When life gives you lemons. We've all heard the saying that when life gives you lemons, you should make lemonade. Apparently in New Zealand, they have an entirely different version of that famous saying. For Kiwis, when life presents you with lemons, you take the lemons and the person who brought them to you and deport them immediately. That's right, just last year a tourist ran into a lot of trouble when they flew from Hong Kong to New Zealand. Upon arrival, the unnamed woman went through all the usual security screenings. During one part of the procedure, a sniffer dog picked up something the woman was hiding. A quick search showed that stuffed down the trousers of the traveler were 6 lemons. Reportedly, she was trying to bring them into the country because she planned on eating them later. This all seems pretty strange for a number of reasons. First, did the woman not know you can simply buy lemons at the grocery store after she landed? Second, we've heard of dogs who can sniff out guns, bombs, and drugs, but produce? Finally, authorities took the lemons and deported the woman all the way back to Hong Kong, an 11-hour flight. We're not exactly sure how you can make lemonade out of that. Cow patty. We all know that there are certain things you just can't walk through airport security with. A loaded gun, explosives, bricks of cocaine, all examples of items that'll get you into trouble. However, one traveler made headlines when airport security found a nice brick of cow waste in their possession. Yet again, the airport security in New Zealand was called in to confiscate the item. The cow poop was reportedly brought to New Zealand to be used in a ritual burning. In fact, it's been burned for generations in India and is so popular that you can buy commercially packaged cow poop. In any event, if New Zealand isn't letting lemons in, we're pretty sure they aren't letting your cow waste in either. Officials said the waste was taken from the man because it could have had foreign seeds, parasites, or diseases in it that would enter the New Zealand ecosystem. We'll go one step further and say that traveling internationally with a pile of cow dung is just strange, and likely pretty stinky. But hey, at least that guy can say he told the truth when he informed the customs agent that all he bought on his trip was a bunch of crap. Snakes and turtles. Despite the legal ramifications, all over the world people buy and sell endangered and illegal animals. Quite a few of these are moved around the world using air travel. Now, you might wonder just how you can get such creatures through those screening checkpoints. One man found out it's not that easy. The unnamed traveler in question was flying from Miami to Brazil, yet before he could get on the plane, security officials got a bit suspicious about what was in the man's pants. The interrogation was likely professional, but we here at The Richest like to think they asked the traveler whether he had a boa constrictor in his pants or was just really excited to go flying that day. You see, a quick run through the body scanner showed the man was packing quite the trouser snake. Well, actually, he was packing 7 of them and 3 tortoises to boot. All were wrapped in nylon and hidden in his pants. We can't imagine that was really comfortable, and we bet flying several hours with reptiles strapped to your body is quite the experience. Nonetheless, all the creatures were confiscated and the man faced a fine and jail time. Snow White. If you've ever been through airport security, then you know the answers to the questions they ask can speed up or slow down your experience. For instance, when they ask you where you are going and why you are going there, an answer of, followed by a long pause isn't going to make your day any easier. A Panamanian woman who arrived from Colombia in Spain found this out the hard way. Now, we'll just cut to the chase and tell you that if you are flying out of a country known as a source for drugs, you should have your story straight. Apparently, when Spanish authorities questioned the woman about her trip to Spain, her vague answers raised suspicions. This led to a search which uncovered nearly 1.5 kilograms of cocaine. Okay, so smuggled drugs aren't that strange, but we think the way they were smuggled is. You see, it was during further questioning that police noticed the woman was bleeding from her rather large breasts. The woman said she had just undergone breast enlargement, but the police weren't fooled. A quick trip to the hospital showed that the implants were filled not with silicone or saline, but 100% Colombian cocaine. A foul of the law. Australia is a land that has some pretty messed up animals. They've got insanely poisonous spiders and snakes. Then there are kangaroos that look like they've been working out and taking plenty of steroids. And don't even get us started on the platypus. Well, we guess it makes sense that a land known for its strange animals should also have some pretty peculiar smugglers. A 23-year-old man from Melbourne, Australia was coming back from a trip to Dubai when security at the airport decided to search his belongings. Things started going bad when agents discovered bird eggs in his bag. Suspicious that the man might have more illegal goods with him, he was subjected to a search which uncovered a rather strange find. First, the man was wearing black tights under his pants, which raised some eyebrows. However, things got really interesting when under the tights, security found 2 pigeons wrapped in padded envelopes. The man had made the 10-hour flight from Dubai with the 2 birds stuffed down his pants. Given Australia's strict quarantine laws, the man was detained and the birds were confiscated. Alright, time for our TSA security quiz. Just answer this question while we go through your personal belongings. Do you know how many guns the TSA seized in carry-on luggage last year? Hint, it's actually a lot more than you might think. We'll give you the answer at the end of our video. Human remains. One thing is for certain. If you're an American who has traveled to Cuba and is re-entering the US, odds are security is going to pay a little more attention to you. 2 women who came back from the island nation found this out a few years ago. While in Cuba, the women had purchased 2 terracotta pots at a religious vendor. They had been told the pots would ward off evil spirits. In fact, the 2 pots attracted Homeland Security. So what was the fuss all about? It turns out that inside each pot, there were human bone and skull fragments. The pots and remains were part of a religious ceremony from a Congolese religion that had found its way to Cuba many years ago. The 2 women swear they didn't know the pots contained human remains, but what are they going to say? We're pretty sure most people know that transporting human remains across borders is frowned upon by most countries. That said, we're pretty sure most people wouldn't buy anything if they knew it contained human bones. Spiders on a plane. Doesn't that sound like a pretty obvious follow-up to the 2006 cult hit Snakes on a Plane? Well, this 8-legged nightmare came more close to reality than anyone likely thought. A German couple flying back from Peru drew suspicion from customs and security when they landed in Schiphol, Holland. A scan of their luggage brought up dozens of strange-looking tubes. Naturally, security went into their luggage, probably expecting to find drugs. What they found was way more horrifying. There, hidden among the couple's clothes and shoes, were 200 live tarantulas. Just to round things off, there were also an assortment of other millipedes, crickets, and grasshoppers. Likely food for the hungry 8-legged monsters. In all likelihood, the couple planned to sell the spiders on the exotic pet market. Or maybe they were just really into big hairy spiders. One can only imagine the chaos that could have broken out on the plane if these spiders had escaped their hold. In fact, given some of the tarantulas were of a type little known to scientists, we're thinking even having Samuel L. Jackson on board wouldn't have done any good. Monkey business. One surefire way to get pulled aside for special treatment by security at any airport is to act really nervous. Roberto Cabrera found this out firsthand when he was trying to get cleared through Mexico City International Airport. Officials said they observed Cabrera acting nervously after arriving from Peru. Peru, that same place where the German couple got their 200 tarantulas. Only this tourist had something a little bit bigger. Upon a closer search, airport officials found Cabrera was wearing a special girdle with 18 round socks attached to it. Interestingly, the socks were moving around. Further inspection revealed that Cabrera was trying to smuggle 18 TT monkeys into Mexico. Now, these monkeys are pretty small, but to try and smuggle 18 in one go is quite an attempt. Cabrera told police he had paid $30 for each monkey. Experts say that on the exotic pet market in places like the US, each of the monkeys could have fetched anywhere from $775 to $1,550 apiece. Unfortunately, Cabrera's monkeying around means he likely won't have enough money to even buy a banana once all his fines get paid. A tiger. 31-year-old Piowan Palasarn probably looked like any other traveler about to board a plane. Yet security at the Bangkok airport that she planned to depart from noticed something was a little off. Officials say that Palasarn was acting suspicious and the bag she was carrying was unusually oversized. Bound for Iran, agents opted on the side of caution and pulled her aside. When they x-rayed Palasarn's suitcase, they noticed it appeared to have something alive inside. After all, they could see the heart of whatever she stuffed inside beating away. The suitcase was opened to reveal a 2-month-old tiger cub stuffed in with a bunch of toy tigers. In this case, the real tiger was drugged and muzzled to make it easier to smuggle out of the country. We can only imagine the toy tigers were added to try and throw off a really incompetent security guard searching through the bag. Fortunately, this little guy ended up in a conservation area instead of as someone's exotic pet. Palisarn wasn't so lucky, and she was arrested and put behind bars. Grenade. It's bad enough thinking we may be flying in a plane with loaded guns and spiders, or spiders with guns. Imagine, however, finding out a passenger was trying to bring a live grenade onto a flight. Now, we guess accidents do happen. This was the case when a soldier caused panic at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport when he accidentally left a 40mm grenade in his bag. This very active grenade is the same type used in military grenade launchers. Oops. Then there's the case of Hazel Ramahan Alan arriving from Venezuela to Gatwick Airport in England. Security discovered Rahama Alan had a very real hand grenade hidden in his luggage. The 39-year-old purchased the 1950s US-made grenade with the admitted goal of blowing himself up in a public space. Fortunately, what he didn't know was that the grenade's detonator had been removed, making it relatively harmless. Regardless, airport security took Ramahan Alan into custody while locking down the airport to perform a thorough search. In the end, this example of smuggling resulted in 6 years of prison time. Okay, so our final security check is clear. We just need your answer for how many guns the TSA confiscated from passengers carry-on luggage last year. The answer? Nearly 3,400. That is an average of 9 per day. More disturbing is the fact that of those guns confiscated, 8 out of 10 were loaded. Thanks for watching. Please check out our friends at The Wacky. They make awesome list videos that will keep you entertained for hours. Don't forget to subscribe if you like their videos.